This is Mrs. Giroux, and I am just making you a quick tutorial about the textbook assignment for digital arts. I know I've had a couple of students that weren't quite sure how to get off on the right foot, and I do want you to be aware that I am in the classroom every single day, and that's the best time to come and see me and ask for help because I can actually show you how to do things in there. So if you're stuck on something, don't just keep on being stuck and getting more frustrated. Just come and see me in the classroom so I can clear it up. I am going to try to make an Inkscape video for you. However, it uses up a lot of the computer memory to try to make a video and use Inkscape at the same time. So I haven't really been too successful with this. So it really is best just to come and see me in the classroom when you need help. Um, so these are just examples. We have some students in our class that work at a really high level of digital arts. They've been actually just independently doing digital art in their homes now for years and have gotten really good at it. And I wouldn't put it past any of the students that are at that level to produce this quality here. And obviously the Inkscape tutorials that you need to complete before you do this assignment in weeks 2 and week 3's lessons don't show you how to do this. They're not explicitly showing you that. That's why I put a note in there that if you would like to go beyond what the tutorials have taught you and you'd like to go YouTube, search some cool techniques, I'm all about it. I love it when you guys go above and beyond what's there in basics. So, but for those of you who are basic and using Inkscape is challenging for you, there are some examples of very basic shape designs. So this would be an example of somebody who just made a red circle and paste, 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 and just move the little circles into a line here. And whatever background color you want, you just use the rectangle tool and make a rectangle and make it that color and then just do your work on top of it. This is an example of a blue rectangle at the bottom, and then they just use the text tool to type in the text. So there's really nothing mystical about the basics of it. How intensely focused you want to get on this task depends on you. So opening up my Inkscape now. And this program doesn't work well when I make a recording. So there's going to be glitches, but I'm going to hopefully give you the basics of what you need to do so that you can go off and be creative and explore it. Remember, those tutorials are right here. So if there's something that you want to remember how to do, just open up the tutorials and skim through them really quick and go, what was that? I wanted to learn how to move something. What do I do to move? Oh yeah, okay, here's that little section on how to move something. Or I want to make something bigger or smaller. How did I do that? I wanted to group. I wanted to make an outline. I wanted to do a gradient. So remember this, the reason why I had you go through those tutorials is because then you become familiar with the different things that the program can do. Do I expect you to memorize them all? Heavens no. That's what the tutorials are there for. But do I expect you to know where to go to find the basic information? Yeah, I expect you to know that you can find how to do things in these tutorials. So I can learn how to round the corners of objects. I can learn how to make Pac-Mans and fool around with these things. It doesn't, this tutorial actually doesn't actually teach you everything. It expects you to kind of go in there and fool around with it. But it is interactive, and when you click on the tutorial, it won't do it for me because I'm making a video. Like I said, it doesn't work well with making video. But if I were to click on this shape, if it were you at home, you'd find the little points that you can drag and move around, and you'd be able to change these shapes and manipulate them. And that those tutorials are really fun like that, because you can actually click on these things and fool around with them and see how doing different things changes them. So I think they're great. Doesn't that look like, like some, I don't know, protozoan, attack on your cell lipid bilayer or something? These images just really remind me of science textbook images. You guys have all been in science. What are these? Quarks? So like the illustrators who design our textbooks are using this program. They're probably not using Inkscape, they're using Adobe Illustrator, which is the paid for version of this publishing program. So that's the reason why we use it. And I know that everybody hates it because it is hard to learn. And I'm not gonna lie and act like it's the easiest program on earth. It's not. It's hard. It's hard to learn it. Okay. So one of the things that I do is open up that fill and stroke box over here. And for the background, like I said, you're just gonna grab a rectangle and make a rectangle. This is gonna be really basic, because if I do anything crazy, this program will freeze on me with video. So you can click on these colors in this palette down here to change the color. And I've just changed the color to that. I'm going to make another rectangle, hopefully. And this one I'm going to color white. And then I'm just going to take my text tool. And I just click and drag the text box there. I'm going to change this to about 100. And then I'm going to center it. And I'm going to type science. Let's see if it lets me. Well, coming at it from the back side, it's giving me a hard time. It's not typing. Hold on. So should be able to highlight it and change the size. And I should be able to center it. Woohoo! And I should be able to change the color of it to, I'm going with black. Okay, let's see. Maybe I could go a little larger. Whoops. Okay, I'm not going to even mess with it. So science, there it is. And then just, I think that for me, like this polygon is a good representation of science. I've noticed it's been used a lot. The hexagons will just change the corners to 6. And then you can draw these hexagons. Okay, so that's not what we wanted. And this is what I'm talking about with this using video. You can see that I've got the hexagon tool, but it's just not cooperating because of the video. Okay, I finally got it to switch over to the hexagon. And if I want to move it, I grab my arrow tool, and then I can just grab that and I can move it. And if I click on it again, okay, so I'm not getting any response. I'm just going to go ahead and okay, so my computer is pretty much done. It's, oh, look at that. Okay, it's actually working. I can click on that again and get those turning handles. I can rotate it how I want. I can also hit Control C and Control V and paste that. And that's where you can get those chains that you want to use. Then you can grab them theoretically. I can't do it because my computer is just not going to make a video and let me use Inkscape with the ease that you will have. But you can take these and grab the corners and resize them, make them bigger, smaller, rotate them. You can click on them and change the colors. And then you can take another text box if you wanted to make another white background, which is what I would do, honestly, if I could get the computer to respond. I'd probably make a bottom of this be white, and I would put who the authors were and the publisher down at the bottom. And I would just create a fun little design like this, and that would be my assignment, and that'd be it. So have fun with that, and remember, I'm in the classroom every single day, and I can actually show you how to use Inkscape in the classroom. It doesn't do this same crazy thing when I'm in there as it does when I'm trying to make a video for you. So anyway, hopefully that was enough to just kind of get the creative juices going. Okay, so have a great day. Thank you.